Hey, Bruce here with the 5-Minute Handyman. It's time to set the toilet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Perfect Seal kit, which has the wax ring and some rubber flanges and the bolts. The flange that's in the floor is just below the tile, so I will be able to use the spacer that comes with this kit. So let's see what's in the box, and then we can get started. I've got some instructions here. We've got the bolts, the bolt kit. We've got a spacer that we're going to use if the flange is below the floor surface. And then we have the wax ring. And this particular wax ring sets onto the flange, and then when the weight of the toilet pushes down, it pushes the wax out of here and seals around the opening. So let's take a look at the flange and we'll go from here. Alright, so I've got my toilet sitting here. I have it on some plastic and a piece of cardboard. And so my flange, as you can see, is just below the surface of the floor. And so let me set my camera up here so we can see what we're doing. I'll show you how I will assemble this. So I first want to take my hardware pieces. And so now the stuff that comes in here is I have the bolts, which are going to go in the flange, and that's what's going to hold the toilet in place. I also have these flexible plastic, what looks like washers, and I've got some metal washers, and I have the nuts. These press down onto my bolts. So what it does is it holds the bolts up straight, and it keeps them from flopping all over the place. So we just push this down on here, hold them up. Okay, the instructions say to take this piece of paper off, and we set this through the bolts. I'm going to take out my little spacer, the paper towel I had in there to keep the exhaust fumes from coming up into the room. Then I take this spacer and put it on top, and now I am ready to set the toilet right on top of it. So what I'll do, let me put you over here so you can see what we're doing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to straddle the toilet and lift it up and walk it over to where it has to be set. I'll look in the sides here to make sure that my bolts are going to be going through the holes. It's kind of hard to do this when you're alone, but okay, so now all I want to do is I just want to provide some pressure until the toilet sits flat. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the washers, put the washers on, and then put my bolt or my nut, screw that down. Okay, and put the washer and nut on the other side and just tighten that down. Now if my toilet is a little bit rocky, what I will do is I'll then take a shim and put it in the back or in the front, so that it makes it nice and steady, so that when I lean on it, it doesn't rock or move around at all.